Hello, guys. We're back here again. Yes, this matter not agree finish because there will be a long episode concerning this Bwala and Onopasa versus Tinubu's situation. Yes, last night Bwala finally came out again to speak, extensively why he was appointed into Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet, and he went on by saying, with malaria, for example, the worry president. Now he's supposed to take medicine by himself. Why are you taking the medicine for him? In fact, there were very intricate questions thrown to him by Shehu. This man, in fact, some of the questions, he could not answer them. I would like you guys to listen to this short clip because we're coming back again in the evening to extensively and holistically discuss this particular situation on a live broadcast.
It is malaria. Is it not the president that should take the medicine? Why are you taking the medicine for him? When I met him, I told you here on your show in January, when I was explaining why I took positions that I took, but I told him I never went personal. I guess you don't even have to worry. I understand this is politics. The only thing the president then was worried was that when I left, I didn't meet with him before leaving. That's the only thing, not what I said. And he told me something. He said, if you look around me now, most of the people that I would meet today were once against me and even, very deep against me. But in life, my mother, this is his word, my mother taught me that the king is going to be fighting with people. You will now become a lonely king without people. And so I have learned that in life and I don't hold it against
me. So you are 100% loyal to the president?
100%.
Well, you were formerly, you said that you were 100% loyal to Atiku.
When I was with Atiku, I was 100. So that I'm like a pit bull, right? When you are committed to someone, you give 100. So I cannot say when I was working for Atiku, I was 90% for Atiku and 10% for Asiwaju. But then what it means that I can't be trusted by both Atiku and Asiwaju. Well, I'm Tinubu the president.
But your loyalty shifted as soon as your perception of things shifted.
As soon as the president
won.
Even when he won, I was in PDP actually, up to the judgment of the Supreme Court. So that question of who won, who didn't won was settled. The next thing that everybody was confronted with after that time was governance. And if you recall, on the 1st, I think, of January, the president gave a speech. And in that speech, he called on all Nigerians from all divide to come together and let us build on governance. So when I got the privilege of being invited by the president to meet him, which many people have sought for and never had, and I count it as a privilege of a lifetime, and he said, I want you to join this idea of governance and the rest. I saw it as a rare opportunity. And I grabbed it with joy. And from then, I gave him my 100% commitment.
You believe that the president can do the job?
I believe the president has a good intention for Nigeria. I believe the president has demonstrated, intrinsic, very strong capacity in facing the problem. You see, problem can be seen by everyone. The capacity to face the problem headlong is something that can only be defined by people who have character. I urge the Nigerian people to be patient. Give me time, we will work this out. That is presidential.
You are a Christian minority from Borno State.
Yes, sir.
And you once said the reason why you stopped believing or supporting Bola Tinubu is because of the Muslim ticket.
Yeah.
And as your philosophy about the Muslim ticket, because nothing seems to have changed. Has it changed now?
Are you having what we call father time? You have asked me this question before. We trust it here.
No, so you can now work with a Muslim man that took a Muslim.
When I made a decision to support him, which I have been supporting him from January till this time, what was I doing? The only difference between then and now is the official tag.
You can be supporting someone, but working with them is another kettle of fish.
I've never believed that if you have the capacity to support someone, you will not see the need to.
You told me in our last interview at that time that you have a love and affection for Bola Tinubu as a person, but you disbelieve in the stand of the APC of the Muslim ticket. So the question is that it's still the Muslim ticket. Your man from Kashim Shettima, who is the VP, is from Borno State. President Bola Tinubu is a Muslim, and they've not denounced their religion. Have you denounced yours?
You know why I'm smiling? This is what I do for a living as a lawyer, where we cross-examine people. You change style, but you ask the same question which you have asked me in January and I've answered. So my reply to this will be asked and answered.
Are you running away or dodging away from answering the question?
No,
Mr.
you see, you have the infrastructure, you have TV, you have the same way you use that time in recalling past. Recall that question you asked and how I answered it. I'm not prepared to give energy to those things that would distract us from what the president has asked us to do. It's not about.
You see, this kind of people, their character is very, very, very obvious, except you are blind. That question, he could not answer it. He said, I answered it as question and answered. Any question passed to anybody on channels, television, any mainstream media, they should know that they are speaking to Nigerians. That particular question, after Bwala vowed that he can never, unquote, he can never support a Muslim ticket. That is the reason why he can never support Tinubu or APC. But today, he's right there with them. Now, the question will pass to him. What has changed? This man could not answer it. That's integrity. They have lost it all. All. Let's listen further.
But Bwala, it's not about people. The minute I start answering questions that were asked and answered, and then it creates chains of question, then I defeat the very purpose of my appointment. I am now talking about myself instead of talking about the administration of President Bwala.
That is if these questions are being reinforced over and over again. But this is our first conversation since you assumed office.
Yes.
And which is today.
Yes.
And I'm asking, because you are in your official capacity, can Nigerians believe you that this Daniel Bwala and what he said some months ago during the campaign, can they believe you when you speak for the president?
If you ask this question 100 times till tomorrow morning, my answer will be the same.
How are you able to speak to the fact that there are some those who have a very difficult time believing and agreeing that you've gotten that job instead of them, and they were the supporters that saw Bola Tinubu win that election? What would you say to them tonight?
That's an opinion. They express their opinion. I can understand their feelings. I can understand their pain. However, the president of the Federal Republic decide who he wants to work with. But more than that, if you trust the judgment of the president to govern Nigeria, if you're progressive, you trust that this president is exercising good judgment in policy decisions, is exercising good judgment in governing, you should respect his judgment in choosing who he works with. You may have a genuine reason why you think you are not taken. I am not going to sit here to say somebody doesn't have a reason why he has not been taken. But Bwala is not the reason why you are not taken. Do you know that not long ago, the wife of late Odumegwu Ojukwu was appointed? Was she in APC? Certainly no. So you see, the president, in my view, because what I did was I knew what the president's philosophy was. That's my understanding from my discipline of training, where they said, if you are appearing in the court, study the demeanor of the judge, study the mind of the judge, and prepare your case on the basis of that. From President Bola Tinubu, even when he was a governor, he was operating on the philosophy outlined in that book on Abraham Lincoln. When Abraham Lincoln won the presidency, he ceased to look at the political party from where he's coming from because it is the American society. But he was also faced with so many problems. Right? There was the, the economic sabotage, the printing and the minting of the American money illegally. There was slave trade. There was fighting over supremacy. Federal government was not able to galvanize them. And so when he looked at it, and all of them had their respective leaders and sentiment, he felt and he came up with this philosophy: you can only fight one war at a time. You can't fight all. So what he did was, let me galvanize everybody together, national consensus, and let's hit the ground running. Now, I am not the only subject of the decision of the president that touched on people probably outside APC and the rest. Remember, Mr. Shewun, you have practically interviewed me for 8 years before the election, consistently defending APC as an APC member. My credential is in your hand. I'm not like a newcomer. I've only been away for like 7 months. But everything is Bwala. They have their reasons. But like I told you, I have made up my mind. I have refused to put fuel on a distraction, because you can imagine me talking about things that have nothing to do with the policy of the president now as his media aide. That means I am now discussing myself rather than discussing the president. So
all right, I have to stop it right there. But tonight at 7 p.m. Nigerian time, we are going to be discussing it holistically on NWATCH Media Live. We are live every day, 7 p.m. To sometimes 11, 12 midnight. 365 days in a year. As you all can when I hear man, although Nigerians have responded, they have reacted to this. Before I will see more reaction later on our live stream, but I'd like to take some reaction that I've already screenshotted from other platforms. This particular reaction is coming from Channels Television's platform on Instagram anyway. As you can see right there, Madiba said, "You are 100% loyal to your stomach, sir." While Bobby Ikena said, "No honor, no dignity, just greed and selfish interest. You stand for nothing but your pockets." While Wise Woman said, "Daniel, Reno, Fani Kayode are in same class." Then we went on. We have Idubisk said, "Who won, who didn't won?" And I remember when Bwala talked that one, say, "This is not the time to talk about who won, who didn't won." Nigerians, we are very quick to say, let's forget about the past and move on. That's why you see a lot of people continue to do what they are doing in Nigeria today. It's just like if we have to leave the governmental area and talk about us as human beings, you see people continue to hurt you and hurt you. They come later to say, "Please forgive me." You just easily say, "Oh, because of God, I've forgiven you. Let's move on." You don't just move on. People should be penalized for their wrongdoings. That's how it's supposed to be. But meanwhile, VK said, "Politics is a very dirty business in Nigeria," which I agree. Balo said, "Watching and listening to people like Bwala is a crime against humanity. It is a complete waste of time." Then I have someone else here. Anefema said, "What a shame. You can't defend mediocrity. Daniel, you will soon understand." Then Nedup said, "I love this man, seasoned politician. So it is now politics, not reality," by Bankov. Eze said, "Your mother no taught you anything. Come out for here, I beg." Then I have second to the last. Adewale said, "Karika shop man, where is your pride? Hungry man." Godwin said, "Greed, stomach, infrastructure, and political prostitute is what you are, Daniel Bwala." Link Bravo said, "Nigerian politicians can never be trusted. They will always give you sugar-coated talk to justify their selfish moves," which I agree. Mr. EJ said, "I told you guys they don't care about you until the capitalized statement sinks in you. We think you have a place. If we don't agree, Muslim, Christians, North, East, West, South, to build, we will continue to operate at an average." Exactly. Division is amongst us. Even as I'm talking right now, you see some people listening to me, they hate my speech, they hate everything about me. They don't like people that stand for what is right. They don't like people that speak the truth to power in terms of the plight and the situation that is affecting us in our country. This is the reason why we all will continue like this. Remember, our forefathers tried, they failed, they died, they have left this world. Our fathers tried, many of them have died, they have left this world. Some of them are still languishing away in the same situation that our forefathers could not sort out. Now, we in our generation, we are trying to sort it out as well. Instead of us all to come together, to join head together, to do this sincerely, but in most cases, we fight ourselves, why the politicians are capitalizing on our stupidity to do what they're doing to us today. But meanwhile, I would like to continue from here. Freddie said, "Frigi demagogue, grace of God, hunger can make a man talk nonsense and still think he's making sense." Integrity is very, very important. It's very, very important. I've talked about integrity before. someone like me, I can never compromise my integrity for anybody. You know, rich. How much you want to give me? How much politicians even paying for these people anyway? Are you going to tell me like someone like Bwala is earning 50 million naira every month? It might be possible, though. We're talking about presidency here. But what about Nigerians that are taking money from local politicians? They can take money from a rep, governor, councillor, local government chairman, commissioners, and all that to do the wrong thing. They come on air and start disrupting, obstructing, and insulting you on social media just because you're saying the truth. Listen, guys, we're not going anywhere except we all come together to speak in one voice. You know, remove ethnicism, tribalism, religionism, nepotism, favoritism, and traditionalism. If we can remove all these things and let us all be neutral, be natural in addressing what is affecting us today, then that Nigeria of our dream, we all can have it. But for now, it doesn't look like we're having it anytime soon. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys again by 7 p.m. Nigeria time on the live stream. Take care and bye for now.